Hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to discuss about operators in Python. Okay, so there are so many operators that we're using in Python. So which are they and their classification is what we are going to discuss in this video. Okay, so before starting this video, please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell button so that you will be able to get the notification if I post more videos which are more useful for you guys. Okay, so let's begin the session. So we are going to deal with operators, right? The operations being carried out on data is said to be operators. The symbols that trigger the operation or action on data is called operator. The objects of the operation are called operands. So if you have not understood the definition, don't worry. Okay, look into the picture in the slide. Okay, here you can see there is a operator, right? The operator means it is the plus sign. You can see, and where it is going to be done, it is going to be done on the operands, right? If I am taking 5 plus 3, okay, 5 and 3 are the operands because the addition is going to perform on the operands which are 5 and 3. Okay, so this is the basic about the operators. So in Python there are several operators. Okay, they are classified into, or the types of operators. Okay, they are the arithmetic operator, relational or comparison operator, the assignment operator, and the logical operator. Okay, so these are the 4 types of operators that are available. So now let's discuss about each one of them in detail. Okay, so first of all we are going to discuss about the arithmetic operators. So there are 7 arithmetic operators in Python, which are the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, exponential, and modulus. Okay, so in school I hope you guys have studied about addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? What does addition do? Addition adds 2 numbers, which is, if for example we are taking the example of 5 plus 3, and it will give you an answer 8, right? Similarly, what is subtraction? It subtracts from a number, right? Which means if it is 5 minus 3, then what it does? It will give you the answer 2. From 5, it is going to minus the 3. Okay. The next is the multiplication, which is 2 multiplied by 3. So 2 3s is 6, right? That is multiplication. And division means what it is? You are going to divide something, right? From a chocolate bar of 4 parts, you are going to divide it for 4 students. Then each one will be able to get 1 chocolate, right? So what is 1 here? 1 is the quotient, right? Similarly, these are the 4 things that you have studied in school. Okay, the next things are what you have not studied. Okay, they are the modulus, floor division, and the exponential. Okay, so what is floor division? So if there were 4 pieces of chocolate and you have to divide it for 5 students, so there will be a point, right? Or let's take 10 pieces of chocolates divided for 4 people, so it is like 2.5, right? You are dividing it among the 4 students and each one gets 2.5 pieces of chocolate, isn't it? So what the floor division does is that it takes the 2 and separates the decimal point. Okay, and the floor division answer will be 10 by 4 will be equal to 2. Okay, it eliminates the decimal point after the floor division. So that is what it is doing. The next is the modulus. So what is modulus? Modulus gives the remainder, okay, without taking the fractional part in division. If you do the division, you will be able to get a remainder, right? For example, if you do 5 modulus 2, what will you get? Your quotient is 2, remainder is 1, right? So if you are doing 5 modulo 2, your answer is 1, which is the remainder. Got it? The next is the exponential. Here are all the explanation. Okay, so here what is exponential? If you give 2 into 5, then what it will do? It will do 2 5 times. Okay, which is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 for 5 times, and then only they'll give you the answer. So this is known as the exponent or exponential. Okay, now let's just go through all of them. The modulus operator is denoted by the percentage simple. The modulo division produces the remainder of an integer division. Okay, if x and y are the integers, then the expression is x modulo y produces the remainder when x is divided by y. Now exponential means what it is? The Python into operator is used to raise a number in Python to the power of an exponent. So here you can see an example. 2 into 5 is equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, right? Similarly, in the floor division, here you can see that the real floor division operator is double bar, right? Which means 2 division signs. Okay, it returns a floor value for both the integer and floating point arguments. Okay, so if it is like 4 by 2, it will give 2. If you give 5 by 2, then also it will be giving you 2, because it eliminates the decimal points after the division. Okay, I hope this is clear. So let's move on to the next operator. They are the relational operators or the comparison operators. Okay, so now here you can see all the 6 comparison operators. They are less than operator, less than or equal to operator, not equal to operator, equal to operator, greater than or equal to operator, and greater than operator. Okay, so these things are used to compare between the two of the variables. Okay, I hope it is clear. This you have been studying in mathematics as well, right? So the output would be, if you give x less than y, then which is the lesser one? If it is true, which means that if 5 is less than 3, is it true? 5 is less than 3, it's false, right? So it will give you the false. If 5 is greater than 3, then it's true, right? 5 is always greater than 3, isn't it? So then it will give you true. Okay, so let's take 10 equal to 10. So it will be giving you true if the condition is true. Otherwise, if 10 is equal to 9, it is not equal to 9, right? So it will be giving you false. Okay, so it is just to compare between two of the variables. Okay, the next is the assignment operators, which means assigning. Okay, so I'll be showing you what is assigning. Assigning means we can, let's move on to the. So before going on to the assignment operators, let's discuss how you can do the relation operators in Python. Okay, this is the Python shell. So I'm going to show you 5 less than 3. It will give you false. So let's give 5 greater than 3, which is true, right? Because 5 is always greater than 3, isn't it? So it is true. Now let's give 5 is equals to 0. It is false. 5 equal to 5. This is how you compare between the two of the values using the relational operators. Okay, the next is the assignment operators. Okay, so let me give x is equals to 5. So next I am going to give x plus is equals to 1. So now let's give print x. It is going to print the value of x right now. It is 6, right? Because what it did 5 plus 1 here. Okay, so this is the first assignment operator, which is equal to, because what it is doing, it is assigning the value 5 to the x variable. Okay, so these are the two of them. Okay, now let's give x minus is equals to 2. So what it does, now the value of x is 6. From 6 it will take 2 back, okay? So which means it does minus. So 6 minus 2, you will get the answer to be 4, right? So now let's print the value. Oh shit. Let's print x and see. You can see that the value is 4, okay? So now if I do x into is equals to 2, what it does 4 into 2, which is 8, right? So let's give print x and you can see that it will give you the value 8. Next is what we are going to do is x by is equals to 2. What it will be doing? It will be doing 8 by 2, which is 4, right? So here you can see it is 4. Now I hope it is clear for you guys, right? What is assignment operator as well as what is relational operators, okay? So this is how it does. These are completely known as the assignment operator, okay? The last type of operator is the logical operator. In the logical operator, there are 3 operators which are and, or, and not, okay? So what is not? So whatever is your value, if it is false means it will be converted into true. If it is true means it will be false, okay? Now what is and? And means if both of them are false, then it is said to be false. If both of them are true, then it is true. Okay, either one is false, then it is false, okay? So now I'll show you the example, okay? So here you can see that it's the idle, and let's discuss about the logical operators, okay? So now I'm going to give x is equals to 10, y is equals to 5, okay? So now let's check x less than y. It is false, right? So now let's give not x less than y. So now you will be able to get true, okay? Got it? So whatever you initially got it to be false, and if you want to convert it into true, then you have to give a not sign, okay? Let's give a is equals to 100 and b is equals to 200, okay? So now let's give x greater than y. Now it's true. So what we are going to do? We are going to give not, okay? So now you will be able to get false, because in the not it will give you the false, the opposite, the replica, okay? So now let's give x is equals to 10, y is equals to 5. So I am going to give x greater than y and x is equals to 10. So which means that this condition is true as well as this condition is true, right? One minute. Let's do like x greater than y, which is true, and what we are going to do, x is equals to 10, which is true, right? So we have to check it using this itself, right? So what is the problem is that I forgot to give both equal to, okay? Because it is to check, right? So that is the problem, okay? So if I give x equal to 10, because you are comparing with both of them, right? Whether x is 10. So you have to use both the equal to, okay? Then you got it to be true. Now let's give x less than y, x less than y and x equal to 10. So here one condition is false, then both are false, okay? So now let's give x less than y and x not equal to 10. So now you will be able to get false itself, okay? So either any one of them are false, then the AND operator will give you false, okay? Now let's try the same of them with the OR operator, okay? OR is the complete opposite of this one. So if you give this, you will get it to be true, okay? Because it needs either one of them to be true. So now let's give x greater than y and x equal to 10. Still you will get it to be true. Only if both of them are false, you will be able to get false. Okay. Here what it was false, right? Because okay, here there was a problem. I gave and itself, okay, equal to 10, which means also you will get true. Now let's check the last one, which is x less than y and x not equal to 10. If both of the conditions are false, then it will give you false in the OR operator. In the AND operator, either one of them becomes false, then the complete one becomes false. Okay. So guys, that's all for today's video. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell button. See you in the next video guys. Bye.